Welcome back to another episode of Jeremy Canner's Ohio Prospecting. And today is how to gold pan on a river 101. So me and the wife and her sister, we're going to go out into the river and we're going to test pan today. We're going to start at the beginning way down that way and we're going to work our way down about 3/4 of a mile that way. So let's get to it. Okay, so it's looking like this is my starting point because this is the bridge, the train bridge right here. And yeah, it's not looking too great down in there. There's like one big boulder here. Now I'm not sure what's out there. It looks like it gets pretty deep, at least 2 to 3 feet deep. Seeing some bedrock over there, some shale-like. And if you could see, let me zoom in here. Yeah, right there. So I might explore that later on in the season here. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get one test pan from behind this. And let's continue our journey around the inside bend, because this is also a how-to pan video, which I will do some demonstrations when I get down around that way, because I don't have my tripod back here at the train bridge. So I would assume this is at least 10 feet to this rock. So that's our starting point. And that's where I'm allowed to start digging. So let's get to it. So I got one shovel full from back behind that big boulder. And it was all sand and, as you can see, that sticky gray clay with a black mixed in it. We got some of that in there and some sand. So let's pan this down and see what we get. Okay, so I end up getting 5 tiny little specks. Not sure if you can make those out on camera. I might have to point a few of them out. There's one there. There's another one right there at the tip of my finger. Yeah, and there's some stuck to my hand now. So yeah, I got, I'm dripping sweat everywhere. So I got, I'd say 4 or 5 tiny little specks out from back behind that boulder. So we're gonna move around and we're gonna look for some protruding gravel bars coming out of the inside bend around just this corner. So let's get on over there and do the next test pan. Okay, I did my second pan from down here where my shovel is in the water. And let's zoom me back out. And the speck count is actually decreased a little bit, but the gold size had got bigger. See if I can get you a good view. Try to shadow it and focus in. Come on, focus. Well, we're a bit glary today. So I don't want to focus. But right there at the tip of my finger is one nice one. And right there's the other nice one. But I just cannot get my phone to focus. Oh, there we go. You got to back up some. So let me push that one up over there. And block the glare. All right, well, so you get the gist of it. There's 2 nicer flakes from over there. I think I might have to go up and clean my phone off a little bit. The humidity is just making my camera so foggy today. 6 more pans of nothing, and I did a zigzag pattern back and forth over here for about another 20 feet. And I finally got another little speck right at the tip of my finger. Tiny, tiny little speck. So we're gonna move down a little bit more, and we're getting more into the gravel bar anyways. And once I get to about over here, then we're gonna move down to the rapids, and we're gonna jump around because there is a guy camping right in that section and he's working that area. So we'll leave that area alone out of respect. So yeah, let's get back to it. Okay, so I've test panned all the way up to this position. I'm not going to bother anymore with this because I see the pattern already. I've already found the straight line from this stick here coming straight this way right to this gravel bar, and you get one decent flake per pan, but nothing more than that. So we're going to move on down there to the faster moving water where I know there's some good speck counts and flake counts that of decent size, and we're going to do some test panning down that way, and we're going to get the wife panning. Okay, so the wife over here, she's ready to run one of the sluices, so we're going to go down here and get one of the sluices set up. I'm going to do a quick test pan, find a good little spot, and then yeah. So Nicole's running the sluice, giving me a little bit of break. Nice. Nice day out on the river. Couldn't be any better than this. Nice. She wanted to help out today. And we are working the inside bend all the way from over there. Right there's my shovel, and that's where I've been taking the buckets from. I got 3 specks out of 1 pan over there, so optimal spot. Nice job, baby. Okay, so now I got the RPE sluice set up over here, and I'm gonna run that a little bit, and let's see what catches more, the Dream Mat or the RPE sluice. This is just a personal test. Right off the bat, I noticed that the RPE sluice compared to the Dream Mat takes a little bit longer to clear off of the front of the box. So let me throw you guys on over into time lapse and we'll continue on. Nice to see some gold in the indicator mat. There's actually 2 or 3 specks right on this side. There's one right back there in the second riffle from the end. One somewhere in the middle there. And that one right there. That's the one thing I love about this RPE sluice is it has this indicator mat. That and the design of the drop riffles. Those work perfect. So yeah, on with the RPE. And let's finish up this first bucket and get to the second one. Just got back with the, oh, what happened here? Just got back with the second bucket for the RPE sluice. And I'm already seeing good results in there. There's already like 5 little specks in there. That's why I love this indicator mat. That's just awesome. And maybe 6. Yeah, there's already 6 specks in the indicator mat. And that's not including what's probably in that part. Now we're on to the other bucket. After I'm done running this bucket, I'll do a clean out on this into that bucket there. What happened there? Okay, back with me. So yeah, we'll finish running that. Then we'll do the clean out into that. Then I'm gonna take you guys over there back behind Faith where my classifier is over there. And I'll show you the huge boulder that I was working around and digging under. Okay. So I'm all finished up and cleaned up down there. Grabbing my tripod. Bring you guys in the water here. And as you can see, in this hole here, there's this huge boulder that goes all the way back that way. And I started digging on the back side of this first. And then when I started clearing the boulder, I was fanning the material off the top of the boulder into the head of my shovel. So yeah, I'm gonna get this cleaned up and I'll see you guys at the house. Okay, and we're back. And before we get to the cleanup, I just want to show you what I like to do when I'm out on my panning trips. I like to make a detailed map of my spec count. And let's go through that real quick. So as you can see over here, we have where the train bridge was. And then there's the big boulder. So I got 5 specs back behind there. So I like to mark that on there that it's a spec. And as you notice, I put flake and spec in different spots. So that way I can determine on if that's a small gold area or if it's a larger gold area. So I like to keep that, you know. So what we did here is I did a zigzag pattern through that entire protruding gravel bar that was coming up through the water. And every time I zigged one way, I would hit a speck. And when I zigged back the other way, I would not hit a speck. So all the X's that don't have lines drawn to them, those are the X's where I didn't hit anything. So as you can see, everything was on the outside of the gravel bar, not into the gravel bar. In between the outer bank, in between the gravel bar. So there was a heavier flow of water that liked to carry the bigger flakes that way. So as you can see, I got 2 flakes at the beginning, then 1 speck, 1 speck, 1 speck, 1 speck, then a lot of nothing in between those. And then there was a guy camping here, so I totally didn't pan any of this section through here, which I heard was a pretty good area out where there's a ladder and a few tires. So we'll draw those in later on when we get into that. But where I did go is I went past from the point where I was dredging. I went down the creek a little more, and I ended up hitting 4 flakes. And from that point on, I didn't get to pan any more of that, because at this point right here, the wife decided that it was time that she got to run some sluices for once. And she had some fun at it, as you guys did see. So, yeah, we still got this large section of the creek, probably about maybe a quarter of a mile or a little more, maybe. It's a pretty big claim. It's like 3/4 of a mile, and we only did almost half of it, not quite. And I did draw this off of GPS, so this is pretty accurate. And yeah, let's get back to the cleanup. Okay, so we got a package from Indiana Creek sent over from Chef B Prospecting. Awesome. So let's take a look inside and see what's in there. So here we got the coin pack. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. So I'll just tell you the obvious ones. So we have two 2003 PD half Kennedy, half Kennedys, Kennedy $50 set. Then we have an 1805 that I'm not sure about. Then we have a 1944 quarter, which I believe that might be silver. Then we have a 1889. I believe they call that a $0.25. Then we have a copper 999 fine, 2011, 1 AVDE ounce. Show you what the other side of that looks like. Pretty nice. Then we have a 1971 whole dollar. Pretty cool. I've never seen one of those before. Then we have a 1902 $50. So that's a pretty cool collection. And then, yeah, there's my 500 subscriber gold. About 2.5 grams, maybe a little over. And here's all the gems. And I also added in some shirt and hat pins. They're All-Stars Cleveland's 2022s. They're from 2021 to 2022s. All right, pretty cool. And there's also some fossils in there. Plethora, all different kinds of things. Shark's teeth, you name it. Nice. Oh yeah, and all of it's up for grabs. The coins and everything you see right here is all for my 500 sub giveaway. Okay, so I'm about to do the cleanup for the Dream Mat. This was a 2-bucket run. So was this as well. Even though the RPE captures a lot more than what the Dream Mat captures. Different sizes and all. So I'll get that ran down and let's see what the gold looks like from here. Here's what the Dream Mat caught. Not too bad. See if we can zoom in a little bit. Back up a little just to zoom in. Couple nice little flakes, a lot of little specks. About maybe 20-30 pieces. Not bad for 2 buckets. Now on to the cleanup for the RPE sluice. Oh, and I almost forgot. Here's some of the tiny and a couple nice little flakes that I got when I was out panning before I started running the sluices. So I can add this in with the gold that I got from the Dream Mat, so that way I can free up another bottle, so that way I can clean up this material in here from the RPE sluice. And then we'll add them all together after I show you how much we get from the RPE sluice. We'll combine it all together and see how much we got all together throughout that day. Well, so here's everything all together. I kind of messed up already. I mixed the two together while I wasn't recording, so here's the RPE sluice and the Dream Mat sluice all together, plus my panning. Yep, I went ahead and mixed it all and didn't even push record. So that happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm drying it up because I want to do a close-up here in a second. So let's get to that right now. All right, we're all dried up. Let's go on in for the close-up. And I do apologize for the shakiness. This is 6 times. Still some sand over in there. But there are a lot of little specks and some really nice flakes. And I'd like to say thank you all for coming out and watching. And that's all I got time for today. See you out on the next one.